we are gearing up to celebrate the coming of the new year. It is still very much the Christmas season, and no doubt the 12 days of Christmas. You know all about that. But did you know that Christmastide may last longer than you think? And joining us now to talk more on the subject is Catholic journalist and author Joanna Bogle. Joanna, great to see you again. We appreciate it. So in about a week, on January 6th, we celebrate the Epiphany. Talk to us about the importance of this day.
Well, most people will know of the 12 days of Christmas from that old carol, which incidentally itself has no Catholic connections. Don't believe that what you're told about it being a secret code for anything. It isn't. It's just an old song based on a French song, actually. But it reminds us that the feast goes on for 12 days. In fact, like all seasons in the church's year, it goes on for 40 days, right up to Candlemas on February the 2nd. But let's talk about Epiphany and the 12 days first. 12 days of Christmas. Christmas is much too important just to finish at, tea time on Christmas Day, or even a country walk on what we call Boxing Day, the day after Christmas Day, or even on Holy Innocents' Day. We go right on to the Epiphany, the feast of the manifestation of Jesus Christ, popularly associated, and rightly, with the three kings, the wise men. So it's a very important feast, and one which we should celebrate with great joy. And there are lots of very agreeable and enjoyable ways of celebrating it, which we should jolly well do.
Absolutely. Let's talk about that. How should we celebrate the Epiphany?
Well, first of all, recognise it's not a new idea to invent something. Shakespeare famously wrote a play to be performed on Twelfth Night, the 12 days of Christmas. It's a merry-hearted play, if you remember, where everything that goes wrong comes all right in the end, and has some wonderful characters like Sir Toby Belch and so on. So first, we should recognise we're doing something that has been done for centuries and centuries. And second, we do think about those three kings. And in France, you have a very nice tradition of the galette des rois, the cake of the kings, which is actually essentially 2 layers of puff pastry with a thick layer of marzipan baked in between. Make 1 layer of puff pastry, thick layer of marzipan, next layer of puff pastry, bake the lot. I was given a beautiful recipe from the cuisine section of the French embassy here in London. I'm guessing that the British embassy in Paris doesn't have a cuisine section. That's very French, and I recommend this. Now, somewhere in the marzipan, you put, well, the French tradition is a bean, a dried bean. But you might also have, and the French embassy chef sent to me, a little king, a little porcelain king. And he was, I remember this when I was thrilled to get it, a little Norman king, like our old pre-medieval kings in Britain. The Normans are invading in 1066 and so on. That particular crown, less elaborate than the one our present king wears. So you put that in the marzipan and then bake it. When you slice it, whoever gets the king is king for the evening. And you have a golden crown, and there are lots of refinements on this. There can be another crown which he or she gives to a lady or gentleman to be king or queen alongside. And they are lord of the evening and can decree the games that are to be played or whatever like that. So it's fun.
Well, Joanna, thank you so much for coming on again. We really appreciate it. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you. God bless you.